When the night is cold,
Take off over there. That's what I was.
oh, I won't be afraid. Oh, I won't be afraid. As you stand
Here's something the fanny pack's on. It's going down.
in the sky, there be little more to tumble and fall. For the fountain can go.
Check that weather for the 14th time.
As you stand by, and darling, stand by me. Oh, stand by me. Oh, stand by. Stand by.
Baby, the sun is shining. Don't put the color in the put on your white dress, yeah, cause baby, it's the day for me. Call my mama and daddy. Baby, you call us too. Put on your white dress, yeah, cause baby, it's the day for me. I know you right now, but things I know what you're thinking about. Your friend is asking about it. It's time the spirit came true. Baby, the sun is shining. Don't put your color in blue. Put on your white dress, yeah, cause baby, it's a good day for me. I call mama and daddy. Baby, you call yours too. Put on your white dress, yeah, cause baby, it's a good day for me. We got all we need. I'll find a ring, you'll find a shady tree. My friend, love it without. Hey, tell them to bring a picture too. Baby, the sun is shining. it's a good day for me and you. I call my mama and daddy, maybe you call yours too. Put on your white dress, there goes the baby. It's a good day for me and you. It's a good day, it's about to get better. Every dream is about to come true. No reason to wait, we got the weather. We just need our baby, the sun is shining, dogwoods are coming in blue. Put on your white dress, check out the baby. It's a good day for me and you. I call my mama and daddy, maybe you call yours too. Put on your white dress, check out the baby. It's a good day for me and you. Baby, the sun is shining, dogwoods are coming in blue. Put on your white dress, check out the baby. It's a good day for me and you. I call my mama and daddy, maybe you call yours too. Put on your white dress, here goes the baby. It's a good day for me.
So the lovely couple has asked that you kindly silence and put away your cell phones during the ceremony. Don't worry, Instagram and Twitter will still be there in 30 minutes, I promise. Also, be sure to utilize the flowers you picked up on the way in to shower the couple as they walk back down the hill.
Life was just breathing in and out, like a movie with the sound turned down. It felt nothing like I feel right now. You said hello and set the room on fire, like Technicolor in a jet black night. Suddenly the sky's never been so clear. Hey, what you doing in 1,000 years? If life's just waking up to another day of looking at you. If all we get is just to be together, it makes me wanna live forever. You make me wanna live forever. You tell yourself that you'll never grow old, till you find the hand you were meant to hold. Now I never wanna see you one last time. I never wanna know a kiss goodbye. If life's just waking up to another day of looking at you. If all we get is just to be together, it makes me want to live forever.
Welcome, everyone. First, I'd like to begin by welcoming everyone and thanking every one of you for being here with us. It's no accident that each one of you is here today, because every single one of you represents someone important individually. I truly can't think of a better venue for this. Guys, for all of us who are lucky to know even more so as the perfect pairing they become. I think I've had the good fortune to know and meet most of you here today at some point or another. But for those of you whom I haven't met, my name is Mary. I was hired on Craigslist a few days ago to officiate these randos. Kidding. I actually do know these two, and although it hasn't been too long, they have both become like family to me. Okay, back to the serious stuff. I know how deeply these two care for and love one another. I can't tell you how honored I am to be here today with all of you as a witness of their commitment to a lifetime of love for one another. But today is also a celebration for the rest of us. Each of us has had a front row seat to see Dave and Randy's love grow, and how lucky we all are to participate in the union of two people so perfect for each other, and to have a couple killer cocktails in the process. So let's get on with it already. Now, Randy and Dave have asked that I keep this speech short, classy, and family friendly. So I've politely left out stories that are unflattering to either of them. So I've had to 86 all the stories about any possible Miami shenanigans, including wine nights or previous flings. Their love story began in the most unlikely of places, in a Coast Guard galley. And for any of you who have experienced behind the scenes of a military food operation, it doesn't exactly scream romance. But somehow through the smelly, subpar galley food, love was in the air as well. Randy noticed Dave's strikingly kind blue eyes behind a mask and knew she had to try to get to know him. Meanwhile, Dave had first noticed Randy's genuine smile and was also hooked. Now, I can attest to the fact that dating and getting to know somebody during a global pandemic has its challenges. But for Dave and Randy, despite the chaos, it seemed to be the perfect timing. As Randy will tell you, they spent a lot of time together. But little did they know this would end up being the most meaningful period of their lives. As many of us learn, quarantining with someone can reveal a lot about a person. It was during this intimate time, these seemingly innocent conversations of just getting to know each other blossomed into much more. A deep and relentless love that only continues to grow. Since that time, Randy and Dave shared many adventures together, from camping with their fur babies, Jameson and Murphy, overnights in the sailboat to cross-country RV exploring. These two know how to enjoy life to the fullest. Dave recalls one of his favorite adventures together, camping in his van, enjoying nighttime campfires, and falling asleep to the peaceful sound of the river gently flowing. For Dave, there was no specific time where he can recall falling in love with Randy. Instead, it happened over time. After witnessing the consistent way in which she loved and patiently cared for others, Dave knew she was the one. Randy recalls the moment in which Dave moved her Irish claddagh ring from her right to left hand. This was to symbolize he was intentionally giving his whole heart to her. This seemingly simple gesture left such an impact on Randy, and she then knew she would spend the rest of her life with him. Now, I'm sure everyone here has an embarrassing story about these two, or could share some bizarre characteristic. But instead, I decided it would be fun to share quirky aspects they love or maybe don't love so much about each other. Dave may or may not have a bit of a jealous streak over Randy's love for Jameson. Despite the competition, the throuple vibe seems to work for them. Sorry, Murph, you're the fourth wheel. On the other hand, Randy really enjoys watching Dave sneak ladle-sized spoonfuls of peanut butter. Okay, enough embarrassment. Randy's love for Dave has grown by watching him consistently find ways to be optimistic and encouraging the same for her. She truly appreciates his hardworking nature and desire to go along with all her ideas, no matter how crazy they may seem. Dave loves that Randy makes him feel at home when they are together, and her unconditional love and support to see him succeed is unmeasurable. Well, I'd say the best topic for last, family. Can't live with them, can't live without them. Everyone here knows Randy's family hits both ends of the spectrum. Derek and Debbie always know how to get the party started and also know how to get it shut down. While Dane and Rick can always be counted on for their sound advice. When asking Dave about Randy's family, he reflected on how thankful he is for all that they are and for making Randy into the wonderful human she is today. However, he explicitly asked I not share the story of when Debbie lovingly flooded his RV bathroom. Oops. Stock up on TP before Debbie comes to stay with you. Dave, Debbie, y'all take it for that later. What's it mean? Dave's family, on the other hand, tends to keep their antics a tad more private. The Munns are some of the most incredibly generous and loving people. In addition, Randy feels fortunate to be married into a family who shares a passion for wine as much as she does. My girl. However, she may have mentioned the hot water at your place doesn't seem to support her 45-minute Hollywood showers. I'll have her leave a review on Yelp. Marriage to Randy and Dave means always to choose themselves as individuals, as well as each other as a couple. Choosing to put their oxygen mask on first, so they can properly take care of the people around them. To always remember to communicate with each other and always be there to help the other succeed. These are the building blocks on which they have based their dating life and will continue to emulate into married life and building their lives together. And I'm certain that's part of what makes them so special to each of us. How happy and special we feel when we're with them. My wish for them on their wedding day is that their life together as a team is one of complete contentment, full of those moments they wish would never end, and that they continue to make one another smile and laugh as they make each and every one of us do. And now Randy would like for me to share a special reading. Maybe we are supposed to meet the wrong person before meeting the right one, so that when we finally meet the right person, we will know how to be grateful for that gift. Maybe it is true that we don't know what we have until we've lost it, but it is also true that we don't know what we've been missing until it arrives. Maybe the happiest people don't necessarily have the best of everything. They just make the most of everything that comes along their way. Maybe the best kind of love is the kind where you can sit on the sofa together and never say a word and then walk away feeling like it was the best conversation you've ever had. Maybe you shouldn't go for looks. They can deceive. Don't go for wealth, even that fades away. Go for someone who makes you smile, because it only takes a smile to make a dark day seem bright. Maybe you should hope for enough happiness to make you sweet, enough trials to make you strong, enough sorrows to keep you human, and enough hope to make you happy. Maybe love is not about finding the perfect person. It's about learning to see an imperfect person perfectly. And now for the exchanging of vows.
You are not hidden. There's never been a moment you were forgotten. You are not hopeless. You have been broken, your innocence stolen. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. There is no distance, cannot be covered over and over. You're not defenseless. I'll be your shelter, I'll be your armor. I hear you whisper underneath your breath. I hear your SOS, your SOS. I will send out an army, find you in the middle of the dark night. I will rescue you. I will never stop marching to reach you in the middle of the heart. Fight it true. I will rescue you. I hear the whisper underneath your breath. I hear you whisper you have nothing left. I will send out an army to find you in the middle of the darkest night. It's true. I will rescue you.
David Christopher. Wow, we're here. We finally made it. It's hard to believe a little over 2 years ago, we had all the odds pushed against us. Instead of letting it break us, we overcame and defied odds. Proved every statistic that was bet against us wrong. Because of those times, I will always be thankful for our first year together because it made us stronger. So today, I choose to love you. But we all know, not as much as Jameson. I mean, kind of kidding. But with loving you also comes loving your many titles. David the rescue swimmer, the boat captain, the lifeguard, dive master, instructor, auntie, I'm out of breath. I don't know. But also son and brother. But most of my favorite,
soon-to-be husband, and father. My promise to you is to always love you and put us first, to be your strength when you are weak, to build you up when you are down, and to always stand beside you. To Eli and Catalina, I promise to always be there when they call and give them the greatest support and guidance. I'll be there for scraped knees, birthdays, holidays, and even broken hearts. And without fail, to love them as my own. The path we've been on has not been an easy one, that's for sure. But through those challenges, I've learned we can get through anything. With good communication, kindness, trust, and a whole lot of love. We will continue to conquer all of the trials and tribulations that come our way. Today marks the beginning of our future and the rest of our lives. I'm excited to continue our crazy RV life with our crazy pups. I can't wait to start a family and build our dream life together. I'm so thankful to get to do the things called life with you. The story of us is by far my favorite. You are my best friend and everything I could ever dream of in a husband. I love you so much.
You entered my life at exactly the right moment, when I needed your love the most. While the thought of living in a van down by the river sounded great at the time, I quickly realized the warmth of your presence was much more inviting. I felt that warmth the very first time you smiled at me, and every time after. As your husband, I vow to love you unconditionally with all my heart. I vow to kiss you before bed and remind you how much I love you, regardless of the distance between us. When life throws us curveballs, I will continue to stand by your side. I vow to work as a team with you, be your personal cheerleader, and support your dreams and aspirations. I vow to take care of myself so I can protect and honor you. I vow to cherish our love for one another and be the man I must be for the safety and success of our family. Speaking of family, I start a family with you. I'll be honored to raise children with you as my mother. I vow to live a fulfilling life with you, be spontaneous, make the memories, and take all the pictures until eventually find the one we love. Most importantly, I vow to be your sole companion until the end of time. Just one lifetime with you without me.
Randy, do you take Dave to be your husband? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish him despite the way he leaves the cabinets open all the time?
I do.
And Dave, do you take my friend Randy to be your wife? Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish her despite her possibly loving her dog just as much as you?
I do.
Randy, you may now begin the word exchange. I'd like to now take a moment to recognize two very special individuals who are no longer with us here on earth, but are with us in spirit. Randy's dear brother Zach and Dave's Nana Rosie. They are both missed every single day, but we take solace in knowing they are resting peacefully and their souls continue to live on. Joshua 1:9 says, "Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord God will be with you wherever you go." Dave and Randy would now like to share a poem their piano wrote. These golden years are going so fast. There's still so much to do. I ask God every day, don't take me yet. I'm definitely not through. There's trips to take and my grandkids to see. They are all too young right now for a life without me. Just let me see them all grow up and have babies of their own. Wedding bells and all my girls dressed in their lovely gowns. I've been truly blessed so far, and when it comes my time, I will leave this place and hope to God they have cases of Charlie wine. And now some closing words of wisdom. A good marriage must be created. In marriage, the title or the little things are the big things. It is never being too old to hold hands. It is remembering to say, I love you at least once a day. It is never going to sleep angry. It is standing together and facing the world. It is speaking words of appreciation and demonstrating gratitude in thoughtful ways. It is having the capacity to forgive and forget. It is giving each other an atmosphere in which the other can grow. It is a common search for the good and beautiful. It is not only marrying the right person, it is being the right partner. And now for the part we all came for. Treasure is measured in units of love, which means you may find you're rich beyond your wildest dreams. I truly believe we are all the more rich for knowing both of you and witnessing your love grow and culminate on this beautiful day. So they are no longer two, but one. Therefore, what God has joined together, let man not separate. Love yesterday, today, and forever. You may now share your first kiss as husband and wife. Congratulations, family. I now present to you the newly married couple.
Don't worry about it.
Did you? So cool. And we did chicken down. There was a big guy on the side of the road making quarter fights with the driver. Yes, mom will do it. Mom will do it.
Sorry, dude.
All right. I'm the photographer. Travis, get in there.
Perfectly fine. Sorry.
All right, what else we got? Yeah, tell us. Travis and Ben, get in there. Ben, get in there. We got it. And the girls.
Okay, up to it. Let's go. Real quick.
We started off on the wrong feet today.
Ben, look up. Head up, head up.
Where's your sunglasses? Man, it is up there, huh? Yeah, it's the watch your steps. Hey, good here.
It was raining and it snowed.
Woo, woo, that wine. Woo. Look at all these flowers of this tea.
So how was it? I was just
Oh, I thought it was wasn't it? And the snow and I know, I don't care. I love the snow, the sun.
Down the beach, you'll find her a mile down the beach.
These guys.
Yeah, Caitlin, get that drum footage.
I'm just saying, that's how it feels. We're not bringing up on that. I don't know. What's up, man? Hey, what's up, bud? Hey, I got a bottle listed.
Look, this is what I'm talking about. Look, Bud, Aaron. Right, look at where it's.
If it was a straight drop off the steps in the water, I would just face plant on the wood.
How's the drone going? What are you getting drone of now? Okay, they're gonna start doing family photos, so I'm gonna move some. That's her. Okay, so we're good. I can adjust. Where's the boys?
Yeah, I was buttoned up. My bad, Aaron. On my button up.
We only want quality. Only quality content.
You guys almost.
Wasn't the only one who had out here?
Hey, hold on.
Yeah, if you're talking about history, I need a shot.
Here's that.
Just do good.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, act like you like each other.
I got leggings, but I can't move too much.
Act like you like each other, guys.
Leggings. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. And then hold on. I'm gonna move these chairs. Well, I make them.
I'm gonna give you some instant ones. This is really a fun.
Fair enough.
Nothing against you. It's
No,
just.
that's actually correct. Yes. Absolutely. My sister is now.
I gotta go fucking find out.
I know. It went through.
I actually know. I think that first time I got terrified.
Okay, this is
I think this feels great. I love this weather. It's a little beaver. I told you I saw it's a beaver. Little beaver. Hey.
Will you take one of these as a thing?
Not necessarily.
Yeah. The butt. Yeah.
Nobody wants me to cook. Hey, can we get one of those now? Same thing. We all want one of these. Well, actually, we want two of them. So, because he lives in Texas, I know. And another one. What am I doing? Good. At least for a while. I just want one for my pocket. I want to put on my car dash. You know what I mean?
I'll refill it.
Thanks, God. That's all right. Chill, love.
Are they a little skinny?
Dude. Can we go? All right, Amber, are we certain? Was that a good photo? No, I gotta confirm. We'll get another one. No, this is it. Jacket's coming off. Did we get a good one of the boys? No, not that. Like on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I got
cool.
like
Then we're
800.
good. Then we're good.
I'll send them.
That's what I mean. Like, we just gotta get good ones. Send our.
I'll send them.
Probably that.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta get good ones. Send our mom. Not that.
I'm gonna go change my lens again. Okay. I have my 35 on for a second. And now I'm like, I need a bit wider.